Marshall Arthur's on your left, Peter Tragos on your right. It's Mario Pyromancer, it's Greenwood Hexproof. We'll be underway here in just a moment. We will begin.
Well, this is the other side of the green-white hexproof experience.
Ah, yes.
Just mulligan to 5 and...
What is that enchantment?
I don't... Hold on.
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
Did you throw away the deck list again?
I don't think so, but probably.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Core Spirit Dancer down.
That looks like a...
We stumped them.
I don't have it.
There's a Wooded Foothills.
Do not know what that card is.
All right, ship it.
Even looking at the deck list. It's some rancid creature enchantment that doesn't work until he has a creature and doesn't have a creature. That's the answer. That's the answer I have.
Noted. Maybe a different... I think it might... No, it's not the different version of Daybreak Coronet.
Triclopian Slate?
What is... What? Really? All right.
Okay. Well, you know, if you want to play in a constructed tournament with this in your deck, you can.
That's an option available. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
See, Vigilance is powerful, I suppose.
Yeah, because it's moat once you're loaded up on the...
Yeah.
Yep.
You get it.
Yep. Okay.
You seem taken aback.
I don't know what you, meaning you or the general you.
The general you, right? The royal you?
I do not know what you want me to say during these green-white hexproof games. I don't.
This is the best part of my job.
Here we go. All right, I'll break the games down for you. Do you have a hexproof creature or not? From there, the tree is, can you load up the hexproof creature? From there, the tree is, does your opponent have one of the 4 or 5 commonly played cards that gives you any sort of leverage against that?
Uh-huh.
And then if the answer is no, then they win.
Okay.
And then every other game is a loss.
Well, do you want to run play-by-play on it? Can I provide the analysis? Do you want to run play-by-play?
It would be disingenuous to believe that there could be analysis provided.
The fun is over. Blood Moon.
That's great.
In for one. Hey, you wanted to cheat to the matchup. Here's one. Between Ensnaring Bridge and Blood Moon, here we are. I don't think Peter can cast a spell.
Well, he has to. I mean, he has a basic in it.
He's got a forest and a plains.
Okay, great. I did not expect the Blood Moon to be a factor here because usually Peter can fetch up front. He can do a lot of his damage in the first 3 turns.
It's true.
I don't know what you want me to say about games like this.
I would like the Gladecolor Scout to deal all 17.
Yeah.
That's what I want now.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
Right. Gonna have to. Okay.
We're done.
And
respect it.
Respect the game.
Respect it.
Respect the game. Peter Tragos, letting that one go.
Marshall Arthur's.
Let it go.
Going to win game number 1 here over Peter Tragos. Long A. Mardu Pyromancer up a game here over Green White Hexproof. We'll get through their sideboards here in just a moment. But first, you know where we're going. We are back. Martial Arthurs, Peter Tragos, Mardu Pyromancer, Green White Hexproof, getting ready. And we're going to start with Peter, who's going to look to cast a few more spells this go around with 3 Gaddock Teeth, 3 Leyline of Sanctity, 3 Stony Silence, 2 Dromoka's Command, 2 Seal Primordium, and your favorite rare, 2 Tactile Honor Guards.
Super fun and cool. Not coming in this matchup, though. I think the 2 copies of Seal Primordium because he's got to cover himself against the Snaring Bridge. And I like the 3 copies of Leyline of Sanctity here. Most of Arthur's interaction is discard spells and just shut that down.
Other side of things here for Martial Arthurs. He's got 3 Ensnaring Bridge, 3 Surgical Extraction, 3 Campbell, Council of Allocation, 3 Wear Tear, 2 Liliana Last Hope, and 1 Collective Brutality.
I like the Wear Tears, and the Ensnaring Bridge is obviously the best card he has here. Tragos, without an answer, can't really proceed with the game.
StarCityGames.com weekly sale sounds like fun to talk about. Last opportunity to do so here this weekend before it's all over, and we want to make sure that you, yes, is this the Royal You?
It's the Royal We. I don't know. I know I used the Royal You as a turn of phrase. I don't think it is. But
it's not a Royal You?
You, like the masses. You, like it's weird because it sounds like we're talking to you in your house, but we're really talking sort of just ambiently. Go.starcitygames.com/weekly sale. Come back to the website once a week on Monday, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Check out the new sale. You got a little bit more time left to get up to 33% off select full art singles. The thing on the right does not look like a magic card. Is that a magic card? Is that a token?
I'm pretty sure that's a token, yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Well, you need to dabble on the internet more. That's all. A beast token.
That is definitely my problem. There's not enough time on the internet.
There you go.
I'm losing my mind.
If you start dabbling around in the right areas, you'd see that beast token a little more often. That's all.
I don't know. Oh, I missed that one. Anyhow.
And as someone who loves to dabble around in just various random cards, like Old Man of the Sea.
Right, but it's different when it's a card from 1994 versus a token in 2016.
Yeah, here's the street corner I want you to occupy. I want you to be like the best 93-94 player. Take that over.
What does that even mean?
What if they just had cues for that on Magic Online?
I think anyone who plays 93-94 seriously enough to be deemed the best 93-94 player should be shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
That's not the point. That's not the point of the experience is that we play with bad decks and have fun recreating what Magic felt like early on. It's not the best 93-94 player.
I want you to be the best one. Uh-oh. Yeah. Look who's here.
Here we go.
The old beast, Slippery Boggle. Here's a Thoughtseize.
If you mana drain someone's Serendib Jhin, you should be disqualified from the tournament. That's not the point. It's not the point of this.
Well, Peter's got a pretty decent hand here. 2 core Spirit Dancers, a Spirit Mantle, an Ethereal Armor, and a Razorverge Thicket.
Although this is probably a little bit lighter on enchantments than Tragos would like to have a hand with this. He knows Arthur's deck list. They have each other 75. So he knows that Arthur's can't really interact with the Bogle itself. This is a hand's a little bit long on creatures, a little bit on the slower side. So it's nice that Tragos got to keep 7. He has a hexproof creature on the first turn. That's all well and good. But past that, this hand's a little bit on the weak side.
It feels like it's kind of hard to poke a hole in, you know, because the Spirit Dancers will chain into more enchantments now, which would be nice.
Well, assuming they survive.
True.
And that depends on how much removal Arthur's has left. And so on and so on.
There's the Razorverge Thicket. In for 1. Spirit Dancer. Let's go over to Arthur's. Play Blackleaf Flish, Young Pyromancer, pass the turn back.
Good news for Tragos here, getting to untap. Now things start getting very good.
See how Peter wants to move forward here. In the tank here.
Yep.
Who says Green White Hexproof is easy?
Those, by the way, are some of my least favorite tweets about 93-94. Just one round 4 mana drained by opponent's El Hajjaj. Yeah, of course. Your opponent might be trying to play a different game than you are. Don't brag. Do not brag about this.
All right, Blood Moon's going to shut off most of the spells here for Peter.
Awesome.
Young Pyromancer coming in for 2.
Now let's see if Tragos can draw his Forest and a Seal to proceed with the game. Another risk with some of the slower draws here, play a Bogle on 1 and just dump out everything on turns 2 and 3. That's a really effective way of beating Blood Moon. The set up shop and draw some cards is a lot more vulnerable, and now Tragos' hand is locked down.
Going to be a Faithless Looting here from Marshall. He'll make an Elemental. And he'll be discarding 2 cards here in just a moment. Camball among the cards that will be discarded. In for 2. As remember, the Spirit Dancers, they're just O2s. And now there's Ensnaring Bridge. Bloodstained Mire? Oh, Blood Moon, right?
Yep. Twitch chat check.
Yeah, I had to. I'm right on it. I'm right on it. Took me a second.
So Tragos now is drawing into 2 Seal Primordiums in his deck plus the Forest to be able to move forward in the game.
In any
way.
Meaningful way. Yes.
Okay.
Go over to Marshall. Looks like we're going to have a Faithless Looting cast from the graveyard. Make a 1/1 and draw 2. He'll discard 2 here in just a moment. Camball and a land. There's Bloodstained Mire, Young Pyromancer. Pass the turn back.
Okay.
Hello.
Tragos draws the 1 Plains. And we're back on.
Ish.
Back off.
Maybe checking for Bedlam Reveler. Another Faithless Looting. Couple of tokens. 1, 2. We'll put those new ones on top of the old Ensnaring Bridge, make sure they can't attack. Discard Wear Tear, Faithless Looting, another Young Pyromancer. Well, he's just going to clog it up.
Yep. Goes
That's all he's
super
gonna
wide.
do.
Oh. All right. Big back-to-back draws here from Tragos.
Huge back-to-back draws. You kidding me? He can function. He gets to draw. He gets to draw 2 additional cards a turn now.
Yeah, I mean the Blood Moon still acts as a choke point for how crazy things can go with the cards from the Spirit Dancers. You can't play that many cards in 1 turn, but this went from he's got nothing, he can't play any cards to his hands are unlocked.
Play.
Yeah, he can play.
Big shift in the game here, folks. Draw a card. There's Basic Mountain. He's just rearranging, excuse me. Well, he'll do some attacking now with the 1/1. So, Ensnaring Bridge in combination with 1/1s is it's good for Arthur's, but he's not getting a lot of damage through this way. But he will make 3 1/1s a turn.
At least.
That's true, at least. Faithless Looting, draw 2, discard 2. Bedlam Reveler's in there. Lingering Souls and Thoughtseize are the discards. He's going to make a whole boatload of tokens again.
Yeah, so even though Tragos can play, he still needs help from here because he can't really play until the bridge gets off the table.
We'll have to remove that Faithless or that Lingering Souls from the game since that was cast from the graveyard. There we go. See what Peter's got now. Another Spirit Dancer. And now here's a Rancor on a Spirit Dancer. Draw 3 cards. Going to start making larger Spirit Dancers, it appears.
Well, he wants to spread out a little bit of the love here to make sure that the Spirit Dancers are large enough to swallow up some of the tokens in combat, make it a little bit harder for Arthurs to just swing with everything every turn. I think ultimately Arthurs has enough resources to work with here that it's not going to really be a roadblock, but it makes more sense to play there than to keep loading up on the Bogle.
So it's actually 2 Plains, 1 Forest here for Peter. There's Marsh Flats. Here's Bedlam Reveler. There you go. 4 + 4 is 8. Draw 3. We're attacking with Knuckleheads now. Whole bunch of them, too. That's a lot of elemental tokens.
So it looks like 2 get eaten, 2 get blocked, 5 come across, plus the Lingering Souls in the air.
Mm-hmm. Eight to 13. Arthur's with a couple of cards in hand right now, but, you know, those creatures that are out there for Peter, a little bit large.
And Tragos is basically playing hand up. He does whatever he does on his own turn and passes back. So Arthur's going to have full information. He's going to be able to go for a kill next turn. 2 cards in hand, he draws up to 3, so he can attack with Bedlam Reveler and the Young Pyromancers and everything else. So Tragos really needs to get something to give his creature lifelink or some such to slow this down a little bit. He's still vulnerable in the air. Not a whole lot to be done about that.
Coronet. Draw 3. What's interesting here, if Peter finds Seal, he can seal Blood Moon.
And then start going.
And then, like, turn on his hand a little bit.
Right.
Because he, oddly enough, he has more ways than I realized to destroy enchantments, because he probably brought in Jamoke. He may have brought in Jamoke's Command. Rancor.
Sure, and I mean, fighting Young Pyromancer is not the worst thing either. The jump blocking matters in this kind of matchup.
Also, pretty smart play here by Peter. With the Coronet on the Boggle, ground creature attacking is done.
Right, Arthur's is left with just the Lingering Souls tokens as a way to get work done.
Yeah. Unless, of course, he has a way to get rid of the Daybreak Coronet. And to keep in mind, Marshall does have copies of Wear Tear in his deck, so he could blow that up mid-combat or before combat, something like that. Nope. Where is the white have? So he wouldn't be able to blow it up, actually, because he doesn't have any white mana. So I take that back, unless he finds his planes. So Peter's going to do some discarding. So we have some more turns to play here, it appears. Back over to Marshall.
Arthur's is still looking at a lot of cards with these Faithless Lootings, and Tragos has a finite number of ways to answer the Blood Moon and the Ensnaring Bridge, and he kind of needs to do all of it to be able to eventually win this game.
I think this is an 11 power Slippery Boggle. what it looks like here.
And Tragos effectively tapped out from Arthur's perspective.
Recast Faithless Looting from the graveyard. Is that going to be 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2. If you're Marshall, I think you want to cast additional copies of Blood Moon or Bridge here.
Yes, absolutely. He's not gonna punish you here for doing anything like that. And
this is Inquisition. 4 more of these things. Jeez. Let's see what the hand is. See if he could snipe a seal or anything like that. He looks like he's just going to take Coronet. Peter sees so many cards a turn now, though. That's the wild thing. Keep in mind, a couple triggers there from Bedlam. Whoa.
I mean, if he can blow up his own creature before damage, this should be lethal.
You see he's not attacking a Bedlam Reveler. It leads me to believe he can probably do that.
He can't because of the Ensnaring Bridge.
Right. Yeah, good.
If he has a bolt, then he can bolt whatever gets blocked, and that's lethal.
And that's what he's going to do. He's going to bolt the creature that gets blocked by Daybreak Coronet. He'll make 4 more creatures. He's played a pretty good game here, actually.
Yep.
All things considered.
Yeah, and that with all that stuff, that's just way too much.
Yeah. I mean, Peter's going to take a look at the cards in his hand, but unless we're missing something here, it looks like Marshall has found a way out of this, and that's going to